morning. How you all doing? Such a beautiful morning, not a cloud in the sky. It is just gorgeous, and you can see the dew across the fields. It's just beautiful, and the sheep bounding around. Wonderful, wonderful. And I can hear the horses. Oh, it's just lovely. So, what's today all about? And it's this beautiful little black book here. You can't really see it, but there you go. Look, The Science of Getting Rich, the original classic. The reason why I'm just popping back to this book for a bit is yesterday Grant Cardone said there was a picture. I'd seen him for Father's Day, and he said, it's not about you getting rich. Getting rich isn't about you. You see, we all seem to have a bit of a hang up going on with, oh, I don't need that much money. No, it's okay. But it's just your program for that. Why wouldn't? Money is freedom. Yeah, it's the love of money. Money for money's sake, just to have money. And if you're a horrible person, if you're not a very nice person, it's because there's no horrible people. But if you act not very nice to somebody, to people when you don't have money, then when you do have money, you'll just magnify all those qualities. So if you're a really nice person, wouldn't you want to magnify all those qualities and send them off to the universe? And here's the thing. Imagine if everybody, oh wow, 2 seconds. I actually had a call coming in there. That was so funny. At 5:30 in the morning, really good. Good morning. So if everybody had money, can you imagine if everybody had money? Because most people are all uptight over money. Then it leads to uptightness in the relationship. Then it leads to uptightness in being at work. And then it just leads to uptightness. But imagine if you could just have enough money that you could help whatever cause you wanted to do. Whatever cause that came to your mind. So when I do this work with people, it's just, first of all, we think of money, and then, well, what would you do with the money? And it's always, well, I want to do this with my family. I want to do this with my, with a charity or whatever. There's always something that you overspill into. So imagine if you walk forward and you're constantly looking back to pay your bills. How's that helping anybody? But imagine, I know everything's paid. Everything's done. I'm okay. Who can I help? Imagine that. Yeah? Who would you help if you've never thought about that? Never thought about having a lot of stuff. And anyway, if you did have a lot of stuff, what does that matter? Because you kept people in a job. What if you had a big, massive yacht? I mean, look at the amount of people that would be involved in making the yacht. You would have kept those people employed by having a yacht. But you never thought of it like that before, do you? And the reason why I do Arbonne, is because I want to leave a legacy. I want to change the lives of my children. I want to change the lives of my children's children and beyond. But if I do that in my family, guess what's going to happen? I do that with other families as well. Like, how flipping awesome is that? So if you have a desire, step out and do something with it. Yeah? It's not being selfish. In fact, listen to the words in this book here. So, the right to be rich. Okay, so this is chapter 1. Whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. No man can rise to his greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless he's plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he must have many things to use. And he cannot have these things unless he's got the money to buy them with. So if you're a really good coach, but you can't afford to pay somebody to help advertise you and get you out there and see more people, then you're only serving a small amount of people. So you want more money so you can get other people to be in jobs with you, so that, not jobs, but that you're working together, then we can serve more people. Yeah? So life has advanced so far and become so complex that even the most ordinary man or woman requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. We cannot help wanting to be all that we can be, and that will lead to frustration if you don't do that. There's something there, but we blame other people. We blame outside things. Oh, we've got an excuse left, right, and centre, don't we, as to why we can't do what we want to do. Oh, the excuses are great, aren't they? And I laugh because, yeah, been there, done that, so funny, still do it. We all literally, we're not perfect because there's the victim mode, the, make it happen mode. There's the life happens for me mode. And I'm just like floating on a carpet of momentum mode. And let me tell you, in all different areas of your life, you go up and down, you go up and down. Just because you learn more and you become more aware of things and you're consciously more enlightened, things still happen. You still become a poor me inside. It doesn't go away. It's just that you recognize it, you allow it, and you go, oh, look, there you are again, my little poor me coming back again, just to nobody else is to blame. I know that, so I'll just be poor me inside. Yeah. And sometimes on a split reaction, you might think, it's somebody else's fault. And then you go, oh, no, it's not. It's mine. It's okay. And it's not really my fault. It just happened. Because here's the thing. It's funny. It goes, well, it shouldn't have happened and it shouldn't be this way. Well, it is. Anything else is fighting reality. Anything else is causing existence. So why don't you just go? And anyway, is it true that it shouldn't be like that? Is it true? I mean, just ask yourself that question. I should this, I should that, I should the other, it should be this way. Is it true? Or you're talking about somebody, they've hurt you. Is it true that they hurt you? Well, yes, it is. No, but is it actually true that they hurt you? Is it true? Or did you allow yourself to be hurt? And here's the next really freeing question of your freaking life. Yeah? I'll tell you at the end. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. You can become what you want to be only by making use of things, and you can have the free use of things only as you become rich enough to buy them. To understand the science of getting rich is therefore the most essential of all knowledge. The desire for riches is the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. There are three motives for which we live. We live for the body, we live for the mind, and we live for the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. They are all desirable. And no one of the three, body, mind, soul, can live fully if either of the others is cut short. So that's like, if you get really, really intelligent and you get really, really intelligent. I mean, you know what I mean? You study, and you know more, but you've forgotten about your soul and your body. What's the point? Or you're really spiritual, but you forget about your intellect and your body. Or you're all for fitness, but you forget about your mind and your soul. Yeah? It's about all body, mind, spirit. Yeah? Having all of them in coherence, head, heart coherence. Yeah? Desire is seeking expression. Man cannot live fully in the body without good food, comfortable clothing, and warm weather. He cannot live fully in the mind without books and time to study them, without opportunity for travel and observation. To live fully in the soul, man must have love, and love is denied expression by poverty. Isn't that so right? Because when you're feeling lack, you shrink and you don't love. Love is expansion, but poverty is contraction. And you feel that lack, don't you? Don't have enough time, don't have enough money. This is a waste if I don't drink all this, or I don't eat all this. That's all lack. Lack. And that's not loving yourself. Yeah, love is expansion. And when you can love yourself, you can love the neighbour next door that you've not got on with for so long. The people on the TV that you think that you don't like, that you're judging, but you can love them because everything is just life itself happening around us. A man's highest happiness is found in the bestowal of benefits upon those he loves. Love finds its most natural and spontaneous expression in giving. Isn't it lovely when it's somebody's birthday that you can go and just buy them what you want to buy them? Without having to go, oh, well, I can afford to buy them this. Or when you're going on holiday, that instead of looking and going, what can I afford? that you look first of all at what you want. I mean, when you go to a restaurant, back in the day, and we'll be coming to that soon, won't we? Back into that, what restaurant? Wolfgang asked me that yesterday. He goes, "What restaurant do you want to go to first of all?" And I was like, I absolutely have no idea. Let's just go out driving, and if there's somewhere open, and it's outside especially, let's just sit and have something to eat wherever it is that we see, and appreciate the fact that we can do this again. So who would you want to give to? Imagine the charities, like Bob's charity, Bob Proctor. We have the Unstoppable charity, and that's literally schooling and communities for people in South Africa. And then we've got the Arbonne charity, and that's for helping young girls, young people with confidence issues, and helping them grow and expand. Imagine being able to give 10% of what you earn to that charity. Imagine. So say you go, "Oh my goodness, I've just given £6,000 to the charity." That meant that you'd earn £60,000. Wow. Can you imagine how good that feels? I mean, give where you are right now, give in time and give in love. But then imagine, give 10p if that's all you have. But imagine, does it feel good to give 10p, or would it feel good to give £10, or would it feel good to give £10,000 or £100,000? Wow. Doesn't it feel good? Just even the thought that that's 10% of your salary, £100,000, and you give it to a charity. And then not just to begin with that you can give your money, but then you start to give your time. Can you imagine that? That's what the people in Arbonne do. That's what I love about it. That's what the PGI consultants do. That's what I love about it. Because it's never just about us. It's about, I'm doing this because I want to give more. Who would you give to? Doesn't it fill you with excitement? Because it does me. There you go, in case you hadn't noticed. It is perfectly right that you should give your best attention to the science of getting rich, for it is the noblest and most necessary of all studies. If you neglect this study, wow, hear this one. If you neglect this study, you are derelict in your duty to yourself, to God, and humanity, for you can render to God and humanity no greater service than you can to make the most of yourself. Like, in other words, it's saying you're selfish if you don't want to be rich, if you don't want more. Isn't it in the Bible? Wasn't it said that, about the talents, and it was actually done with money, and that one person just spent it all, one person saved it all, and one person went out and made more. So who did God give more to? The person who went out and made more. And you think, well, that's not very fair. But that's what it's about. It's about our talents. We've been given talents. We've been given something special. There's been given a passion, but we've allowed life to put a lot of stuff on top of us. And there's opportunities out there for you to go and expand. It's just that they feel illogical and feel unsafe. So back there, I said something about, is it true? Is it true? Whatever thought it is that you have that you don't like. So it's annoying you, I haven't got enough money. Is it true you haven't got enough? Is it true? But yes, it's the facts here. Okay. How would you feel if you didn't have that thought? Do you feel that space? So think of your worst moment and then go, is it true? Is it factual? I mean, right now. And then, how does it feel if you didn't have the thought? Space. Right, that's your moment to turn things around and think about what you want and be grateful that it's already given. Ask, believe, receive. It's all done when you say thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not ask all day for what's already been given to you, because you wouldn't have the desire, you wouldn't have seen the image if it wasn't already there. It is impossible. It is one of the laws. It is there. You've seen it. You just have to say thank you and pray without ceasing all day long. So whose lives are you going to make a difference to today? Yours? Somebody else's? If you can only start with giving love, time, acknowledgement, no judgment, what are you going to give to today? What opportunity are you going to say yes to? Like my daughter rang me yesterday and she goes, Mum, I've just been asked to do this. What do you think I should do? And I'm like, yes, but I don't know how. It doesn't matter. You know my answer. She goes, I did know the answer, but I just wanted to hear it from you. I just said yes and figure it out after. And you know what? See, afterwards, there can be problem after problem after problem. That doesn't matter. You saw the end result. This is just, it's not even a test. It's just strengthening you. Whatever's happening is strengthening you to keep your focus that way. Apparently one of the Zen masters, they, if you go to see them, they say, there's nothing to do. There's nothing, we don't have any answer. You just be yourself. Allow that to come through. But so many times you don't allow it to come through. Good morning, Maddie. Lovely to see you. Oh, Maddie does absolutely beautiful, beautiful work, by the way. Just check her out. I can't say anymore because I'm losing my train of thought because she's such a wonderful person. So yes, check Maddie out. She's absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. Another little Irish girl. There's Irish in there, but there's Irish in everybody. Where was I? Anyway, I've forgotten where I was. Thanks, Maddie. Yeah, forgotten where I was. If anybody remembers where I was, put it down there. Oh, that's right. It was the Zen Masters. That's right. So apparently what they do is they make you wait outside for 5 days. So you can prove you've got a problem that needs to be sorted. So you define yourself as having a problem that needs to be sorted. And it's like, what's your sincerity about this problem? That I'm willing to sit here for 5 days and not sleep and wait to get in to have my problem sorted. Isn't that what we do ourselves? We define ourselves with our problems. We define ourselves with, I've got a money block, I've got a relationship block, I've got a this block, I've got this problem, I've got that problem. We define ourselves with our problems. Maybe not externally, but a lot of people do, but we also do it internally as well. And we sit there and we prove to ourselves that we've got a problem. And our subconscious comes along and delivers right on cue. So how about today defining yourself as being rich? Being rich and you've got everything you ever need right here, right now. And when you can instead, meditating and stopping to meditate, how about the meditation of just listening to your breathing? When you start to run away with your mind, just stop and hear your breathing and ask yourself the question, is it true? And how would I feel without that thought? And feel the freedom. Think about what you want to do and give thanks for it. You can't just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it because you're changing a pattern. Remember that. It may not just happen overnight. You just keep doing it until it takes over you. So listen, have an awesome day and catch you soon. Bye.